Yahoo Finance's editor-in-chief, Andy Serwer, sat down with Warren Buffett to talk about the tech giant, and Buffett had a lot to say. Andy joins us now live in our new studio.
Yeah, loving it.
So, Andy, I know that Warren probably won't be obsessing over this news event today as much as we are, right?
Yeah, it's so funny. I mean, we follow every tick, every talk, every twitch of this company, and we should to an extent, but I think he gets some really good perspective where he says, this is an incredible company, incredibly profitable, and just sit back, relax, and from his perspective, invest in the company and let it roll. And he had a really interesting metaphor, you guys. Let's take a listen. Let's talk a little bit about Apple. Everyone always wants to talk about Apple, right? It's kind of the it stock, it company. You have a $45 billion stake, more or less. How closely do you follow the company? You know, people are concerned they haven't really introduced any new products.
Well, if you have to closely follow a company, you shouldn't own it.
Really?
No. I mean, if you buy a business, if you buy a farm, you know, do you go up and look, you know, every couple of weeks to see how far the corn is up, and you know, do you worry too much about whether somebody says this is going to be a year of low prices because exports are being affected or anything like that? You know, you buy a farm and you hold it for. I've got one farm that I bought in the 1980s, and my son runs it, but. I've been there once, you know. I mean, it doesn't grow faster if I go and stare at it. You know, I can't cheer for it, you know. More effort, or something like that. And I know there's going to be some years when prices are going to be good and some when the prices aren't going to be good. I know there's years when yields will be better than others. But about the farm, if it just doesn't, I don't care about economic predictions on it or anything of the sort. I do care that over the years, it's well tended to in terms of rotating crops, and I hope yields get better, which they generally have. In fact, that farm 100 years ago would have probably produced 30 bushels, maybe 35 bushels of corn per acre, and now in a good year, you know, it'd be 200. I mean, we've really made progress in this country. That's one reason commodity prices, if you go back a couple hundred years, they've moved so little, is because we've just gotten better and better at whether it's cotton or whether it's corn or soybeans or all kinds of things. And you and I have benefited from that.
And so Apple is kind of like a farm.
Well, it's a long-term investment. And if you own the best auto dealership in town, the best brand, and you had somebody good running it, you wouldn't drop by every day and say, you know, how many people have come in today, or, you know, I think interest rates are going up a little, maybe it'll slow down our sales or anything. No, you buy it knowing there's 365 days a year, and you're going to own it for 20 years, so that's 7,300 days, and you know things are going to be different from day to day and year to year. You shouldn't buy it if the day-to-day stuff is important.
And it's kind of funny. I don't know if Tim Cook exactly thinks of himself as chief farmer or chief car dealership owner. I mean, he was going on a bit of a tangent. I mean, point well taken, but it's a bit of a stretch to me.
I love that you follow up with like, so let me just get this straight. Right. It's a farm, because I feel like Warren started the metaphor and didn't exactly know how he was going to get out of there, but just kept, you know, digging at it.
Also, in defense of farmers, there are people who check on their farm every single day and need to make sure that the crops are growing properly. So I think Buffett has a macro enough view that he doesn't need to do that, and his folks are doing it for him.
Just ask Farmer Melody. You know, I mean, I think it's a good point, though, overall. It's like you know, it's sort of self-defeating because we want you to watch and listen to what we have to say about Apple every day. And I think it is important, and it's certainly interesting. On the other hand, you know, if you take a bigger, longer-term view, I mean, this company has these products, they have all these profits, and there is a big sea change going on, and I think today's event's important because obviously relying on the phone is kind of in the rearview mirror to a degree. They don't have new products. We all know services is important. And, you know, Tim Cook is really counting on this media play that he's getting into today.
Yeah, we'll see how that does. Today, a big day for Apple. All right, thanks, Andy.
Thank you.